Welcome everybody back to A&M in the AM, episode 14. I'm back here with my buddy Mort, and as you see, there's a different a new thing here in the middle of us. We have the first baseman slash closing pitcher for the Peckers of the Holbein Wiffle Ball League, Quentin Bauer. How are you doing, Quentin?
Doing good. Thanks for asking that.
So basically, this episode, since the Wiffle Ball League concluded over the weekend, it was a tough weekend for our team as a whole. Very long. We put in the hours. It was tough. So I think we're just gonna talk about this or that on A&M today. Because we're gonna have Quentin here to talk about how he thought his rookie season went. We got some announcements to make in general, and I think we have to talk about some other teams that are part of the league, and maybe some teams that are going to be created next year. So I think starting off, how do you feel like your rookie season went, Quentin?
Overall, it was kind of tough considering I've never played baseball before, let alone wiffle ball. I played wiffle ball a little bit, but it was kind of different. Never been in like a competitive aspect like that. Some people can definitely pitch in that league as my batting average is not that good for my first year, but I'll take it. They call me Eagle Eye for a reason for the walks.
I was going to say the on-base percentage told a different story.
Yeah, the on-base percentage, completely different story from my batting average. But
I was going to say one thing you ended up with was you ended up with the most walks in the league and the most strikeouts in the league. So how, as a batter's perspective, how does that make you feel that you led the league in both of those categories?
Makes me feel good, but not at the same time. I mean, like, it's just that rule of just striking out on the first pitch, because I like to look and I like to sit on pitches that I want, and having that be a thing, it just makes it real tough. That makes you have a better.
I mean, there's the thing that it's either people either strike out or hit a home run in real life. You either strike out or walk.
Pretty much. That's what my stat says, yeah.
But I mean, when you do get the hit, it's clutch, like the walk-off that you had.
Yeah, it's either a single or a strikeout. That's all I'm looking for when I go up to bat.
And not even your batting, but towards the end of the season, your fielding started progressively getting better. And I feel as though in the playoffs, you made a case for, as you could say, probably playoff golden hand, because you were making plays out there that were incredible. You're making jumping and diving plays. So do you feel as the season went on, you're fielding at first base? Because it seemed when you weren't playing, or when you weren't being the closer or having to start a game here or there, you ended up being first base more those last two weeks of the season and even into the playoffs.
Yeah, well, in the beginning of the year, they had me playing outfield majority of the time, but I couldn't catch the ball coming at me. So I decided to move to first, and it just worked out a lot better throughout the season. Made a lot of plays. I just try and read it off the bat as fast as I can, really.
I will say that I did tell you that you wear the Acuna jersey but played first base like Freddie Freeman.
that's what I try and do. I like Freddie Freeman at first base. That's probably who I try and look up to when it comes to wiffle ball first baseman.
And I was going to say, you were kind of forced in that first base position because I think especially in the playoffs, you were forced in that because they had me start there the first game. For some reason, I don't understand why. I didn't agree with the move. I said, this isn't my I was going to say, this was not my forte. I've never liked first base, even in real baseball. It's too much of a responsibility. Because you basically got that out no matter what. Like if bases are low or empty, you got that out coming to you at first, and you got a lot of pressure on you. So that probably like 2 innings into that first game, we pushed you over to center field, or pushed me over to center field, and you moved into first, and you stayed at first for the rest of that game, into the quarterfinals, and then into the semifinals. And I feel like that switch really benefited us in a lot of different ways because I made some good catches out there. I mean, again, didn't make a lot of...
Started off rough, but figured it out.
I'd say made a mistake the probably first 2 hits toward me, and then I think I got every ball to me after that, and then you had a couple, like 2 or 4 good plays there at first that really clutched it up for us. So, now talking about that first game, how, in your mind, did you going into that first game, how did you feel? Me, I knew they were going to be good competition. They were the same record of us. The Sheriffs were 5-5, good competition. They obviously had the experience on us. I was confused why they didn't start future Sheriff Mike Bresnick, because he definitely chopped us up there near to close out the game. We definitely got to him. I would.
First game too, but the innings don't count in the first game either, so they could have pitched on the first 6 innings if they wanted to.
Well, we didn't even know that the first
Yeah,
time. We didn't know until the end of the first game that the innings didn't count in that game, because we probably would have pitched Royce, I feel as though, just to assure that, because we pitched Royce. We pitched you at the beginning. We're talking about that because it was pouring down rain. I that kind of just crossed my mind there, but it was pouring down rain to begin that game, which is probably, I think we had the biggest adversity of the whole tournament. We had to play in 3 straight games in the rain. Even if it was sprinkling or what, we've had to play in the rain every single game.
That's the thing. It was such a total difference in weather because the week before you guys played for 3 hours straight in like 80-degree weather. So.
Because did we mention that on the last A&M?
I don't know. I think I did.
Yeah, I was gonna say so last week we played 2 back-to-back games and 3 straight hours, and no, it was almost 90. It was pushing 90-degree like heat index, and then this week it was pouring down rain for our first game, like off and on rain for our second game that night, and then like sprinkling Sunday morning. So we definitely faced adversity there in the rain. I feel like we fared well, but starting that game, how did it feel having it be pouring down rain basically?
I was pretty confident. I wanted to go up there confident because I didn't want to go up there, being scary, be scared to like give up a hit or a run. So I went up there trying to throw like what I wanted, what was working last weekend when I came in and pitched against those other 2 teams, and it was just too wet. There was like water in the balls. It was breaking every direction that you didn't want it to go. It was just real difficult to locate all in general.
And then I think we had Brendan come in for a good, 5 innings or so, and then Royce closed it out. That game did end up going into extra innings. I feel like it was an exciting game. You hit the walk-off. Going up to that at bat, how did you feel? Did you feel that you were going to hit that walk-off, or what was going through your mind?
I was going to go up there and bunt, because I believe we had 1 out, and I had a nice bunt before. I had a slap bunt down to third base, and I was pretty confident. It was my first bunt of the year. They called it foul, but it was my first bunt of the season. It looked pretty good, so I went up there, tried it again, and he threw me like a wild pitch at my head, and I dodged, and then I was up in the count. So then Brendan told me to swing and just see if I can make contact, and he threw me like a cutter or like a slider, and dropped in, and I got a hold of it.
And you hit it to
hit it up the middle.
Yeah, up the middle, past the pitcher.
Yeah, like right center kind of. I think it was. Yeah. And then Royce scored on that, and we ended up winning the game. Yeah. Now going back to what you were talking about, your bunt. So the bunt ended up being, I feel like, a very pivotal point in our games this postseason. I mean, I feel like not let alone the first game, but even the second game, it started becoming something we were doing a lot more, even if it was non-intentional. I feel like there's a lot of non-intentional bunts coming from us, like slab hits.
As I've been saying, the bunt's not dead, and you guys really brought it back.
No, not even us, but I feel like Super Wiffle Bros, Grant, I feel like there was some controversy in I think a playoff game that they had, because he was apparently laying down a few too many bunts, and the other team was getting kind of angry about it. I don't know if that for sure.
That's what D. Gordon used to do.
Yeah.
I kind of heard a side story about it. Like, I didn't ask anything, but I heard that
at the press conference.
No, this was directly after the game that apparently the team that they had played got mad that they were kind of cheesing, you could say, or something along those lines. So
I did that, but you can't stop it. Get down there and field it.
I will say though that first game was very entertaining to watch on the stream. Mm-hmm. I mean, some of it was missed in the stream, but that was going to happen anyway, because that happens with every game, I feel like. But watching that one was nice.
It's just a good game. It was like the weather. The weather made it even better.
I was shaking in my boots at the end, and then Quentin hit the walk off, and I about screamed.
So then that first game, we played that around, I think we played that at 12:30. A lot of postponements and breaks during the game. Ended it around, I want to say 3-ish, maybe 2:30-ish. We all went home, took our breaks. We had a game at 7:30 that night. It was the quarterfinals against the number 1 seed. We were going into the postseason, let alone everyone doubted us.
And forgotten.
No one had us going even past that first round. I don't think anyone even had us beating the share with.
Us against everyone.
Yeah, it was basically Peckers versus everyone at that point, because during that first game, everyone was rooting against us. The announcers, everybody. Second game comes, we're going to the number 1 seed, Hogwarts School Wiffle. They were down their best 3 players, and come to find out, the league MVP and Grant Holbein. They had had a wedding that night. I don't think we were going to downplay them in any way, shape, or form, because obviously they were still the number 1 team in the league, and they had former home run Silver Slugger champion Tyler Reed on their team, so that could slap a home run whenever he wanted to. So we weren't downplaying the team whatsoever. We came in, I believe we beat them 7-0, 6-0, something
we
along.
We had a game plan for Tyler Reed, though. Royce, we got some scouting from some people, no names or anything. We got some tips, but Royce was just told, and we had a game plan. So before this, just to like throw him nothing but garbage, see if he'll swing at it. Throw him nothing good. He was just throwing him. Royce was just throwing him knuckleball after knuckleball, and it worked out. I think he only had. I don't think he had a single extra base hit. He didn't have a single home run.
I think he just had one or two singles.
Yeah,
but
he did have a few strikeouts, I think.
He did
but
have a few strikeouts.
I'm surprised anybody would help you guys out since they forgot who you were.
Well, actually,
we have a good reputation at the league. It's just we don't have a big following when it comes to like fans around the league.
Again, not mentioning who it was, but it was after our win versus Sheriffs. We were out there, and the guy was pitching, and he was like, "I can give you guys some tips if you want." And we were like, "Yeah, okay." And then I proceeded to ask him. I said, "Why is everyone doubting us?" And he was like, "We just had more confidence in the Sheriffs." He was like, "Not many people had too much confidence in you guys, anyways, being a rookie team."
Plus, they didn't feel confident, or they didn't feel comfortable picking a 4-player team to come out and do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let alone we were a 4-player team. You could almost say 3-player team with me coming in week 4, not having the full season.
Transformer League.
Yeah, not having a full 5 weeks under me, and it was basically a 3-player team with an add-on late season, and it was improbable for us to make the run we did to begin with. So, I wanted to go back to Royce started that game versus Hogwarts. We wanted him to from the very beginning of the playoffs, and he came to that game with 7 strikeouts from the game before. He had set down 7, and I believe he ended up setting down 10 in total to end the first game and start the second game. So he really showed himself as the ace. Unfortunately, we're losing that ace next year, so that's going to be disappointing to us, but we're going to get to our roster moves after we finish up the season talk here. But yeah, we dominated that game. We had a lot of, I don't think we really had a dominance performance, but it was very consistent. We were getting hits, we were getting walks, and our pitching was just dominant. Royce pitched all 6, I believe. And then Brendan finished, and then Royce went in and starting the next game. So we made the semifinals, and we were the first rookie team they told us to ever make the semifinals. We made the deepest run as a rookie team in their league history.
And the biggest upset.
Yeah, we had the biggest upsets, they were saying. So
yeah, it all makes sense, really, considering the older teams that have been around.
I'm surprised though. We were like basically the best underdog the league has ever seen though. That played in more factor. We were a 4-person team, a rookie team, and we were an 8 seed. We beat a 9 seed, a 1 seed, and then we came into the semifinals that no one expected us to even be in. First of all,
and lost to the winner.
Yeah, and we lost to the champion, the pseudo champion in PBA. So now getting into that game, PBA, we faced them once the second game of the season, and it was a tough loss. I think it was by like 1 or 2, and I didn't play that game. Obviously,
honestly, I think we got mercy. I think so, because I think Brendan was pitching that game. Yeah. I don't think it was a good game.
I'll pull it up here on the
honestly
schedule. So PBA versus 12-4.
Yeah,
12-4.
It was mercy, but it wasn't a good game at all.
No, it wasn't. It was the second game of the season. They were still getting their feet under themselves. So, but I remember Roy said to me, and I think the whole team, I don't know, but he said, I want to see PBA in the playoffs. And we knew the only path we were going to be able to see them in the playoffs again was the semifinal. So we put our head down and we met them in the semifinal. Fortunately, we lost 6-2. The score doesn't reflect how close the game was. But I think we played a tough game against them. And I think if we would have pulled Brendan a little earlier, things might have been gone a little bit different. But, I mean, respect to PBA. They had a good season, good championship there.
Good players.
Couple talkers on their team, but, I mean...
Who doesn't like talking?
Yeah.
I will say, though, after I saw that leadoff home run in the stream, like, I was kind of wondering, like, how you guys would bounce back. And you guys actually did stay in the game until that last 3-run home run, but... Yeah.
We both teams scored their runs in the first inning, and then no team scored to the top of the sixth. So, or no, it would have been bottom of the sixth that PBA scored that 3-run shot. So, I mean, like I said, they had some talkers on their team, but like we were talking back and forth, we were talking to their fans out there in the outfield. I think it put a chip on Roy's shoulder that really had his head down, so he could pitch those good couple innings there. And I mean, all props to PBA, nothing against them. We'll just see you guys next year. We're gonna be retooled anyway, so can't wait to hopefully face you guys in the finals, or something along those lines. Now, end of the season comes, or I guess we'll talk about the championship game because that was probably the most exciting game of the season. It was PBA versus Super Wiffle Bros. A lot of Super Wiffle were obviously favored going into that game, except a lot of people had PBA coming up because most of those guys are college baseball players, are going to be college baseball players. So now it was pretty close the entire time, and then I think bottom or was it top of 7.
Yeah, it was the last inning. It was top of 7.
It was top 7.
Yeah, 2 outs, 2 strikes.
I forget his name. He was their Tanner, leadoff hitter. He hit a grand slam to put them up by 1.
To tie the game.
No, it was to put them up by 1.
Because they walked in a run that gave them the run to win the game. Michael Dunn Jalen Porter walked in a run after Michael Dunn came out.
True, yeah.
They tied it, made it 7-7, and then Michael Dunn walked 2 more batters after that, and then Jalen Porter came in, walked in the run, and then they finally got the outs, and then Super Wiffle Bros couldn't.
Yeah, they couldn't hit. Yeah, so. But that game did go into extra innings, so it was an exciting game. I mean, PBA walked away, good team. It was their second season, I believe. So I mean, they had not a bad rookie season. I think they had a subpar rookie season.
I think they lost first round.
Yeah, first or second round they lost last year, and then they made it all the way to the playoffs. So
only had a 4-person team last year, though.
Yeah, they did. So, and then, because, I mean, you got to give it to Jude. Say what you want about him. Made it to the All-Star game somehow, but he's a hell of a manager. He put together a good roster there. So, I mean, all props to them. So then moving into our, what you could say, our off-season, we're losing Royce to, he's going to the military, so he won't be around for next season. Cole, that was on the team, he probably won't make a return next season.
I was going to say, it seems like most of them aren't.
Along with Devin and Zach. So the shell of our former team is me, Quentin, and Brendan. So we're going to have to, obviously, we want to have around a 7-man team. So we're going to have to make a lot of moves.
Especially after it started 7 this year, I saw.
Yeah, it started 7, and then I think they had 3 guys didn't show up the first game. So then they added Quentin, and no, they started 8, I think. Started with 8 people.
Oh yeah, it was either 7 or 8.
Yeah, it started with 8 because 3 dropped out, and then you had Devin, Zach, and Cole, and then Royce and Brendan. So they had 8 to start out. 3 went away, added Quentin, so they had 7. Wait, no, 6. They had 6.
They had a lot, but
you had 6 the first game of the season.
All we know is half the team didn't show up.
Yeah. So
I was gonna say it was a struggle.
So from the first week all the way now until the end of the season, we're a shell of our opening roster. We only have 3 players now, and we're looking to make some off-season moves. And I think for our first off-season move, it might be a little bit early here, but we are extending a rookie contract out to Mr. Andrew Mort here. And
I thought it would never come.
here's the official contract he's going to sign here if you would like to.
Of course.
We're bringing him on to be a
rookie.
Hope you contacted my agent before though to sort out the deal.
Oh, we did.
I don't want to get underpaid.
We did a Central Torkelson type thing. We had him. We talked to your agent. We already agreed to some terms for you. So happy to have you on the team. I decided to extend this contract to you. I think we talked it over with our manager, and I don't want to say I'm the self-proclaimed general manager, but I'm making a lot of quiet moves here during the off season for us.
I just tried to write that on my phone. I will say I added my number.
You added your number.
We don't have jerseys right now, but I added a number.
So, I mean, if you would like to hold this with me here, kind of.
Yeah, let me throw these boys out of there.
So we can get a little picture.
Grab a bat. You know, I just happen to have one on hand.
Yeah, we can hold this here, kind of. So, a little thumbs up from everybody. Little picturesque here. Mort's officially joined the Peckers. So
hey, it's a long time coming. I've been covering this team. It was only a certain amount of time.
So
from the start.
So Mort is now going to be the fourth member of the Peckers so far. We're making them at least 3 more moves. I think we're in talks with 2 other rookies, and then
we're just hoping to figure it out from there.
Yeah, we're just hoping to figure it out from there.
Nah.
2 rookies, and we got
2 rookies.
I will say though that my final record as the bench coach was over 500.
Okay.
I mean, we're not going to count the games that I was watching on the stream, but you know that happened, and my game as the scouting /
scout.
Yeah, whatever you wanted to call it, I was 1-0. I mean 2-0 really if you want to count the stream, but
yeah. And talking about that, you were thinking about making your debut this year, but you wanted to hold out until next year so you have a chance for Rookie of the Year. Is that right?
Of course, that's what everybody's goal is when they get drafted, or in this case, free agent signing, undrafted free agent, whatever works.
So you're coming in, you to be a pitcher, and
to be whatever the team needs.
I think we're gonna need, after losing Royce, we're gonna need definitely a pitcher, and then maybe
that's some humongous shoes to fill for a rookie.
Brendan to turn into the ace that we needed.
Yeah, we're gonna need Brendan to
He's already there, kind of.
He's gonna need to claim his first half of the season type persona he had, because he was dominating in the first half of the season. He ended the season with, I think, the 3rd or 4th most strikeouts in the league with 44 as a rookie.
No, just keep that the same and lower the ERA, and then you might be straight.
Yeah, and I mean, we talked about Rookie of the Year award, and I want to mention something because I feel as though Brendan should have been in top 3. He had a good, decent pitching, decent hitting as a rookie. And I feel like he should have been included in that top 3. Obviously,
I think if they would have waited to vote, they could have made a case since you guys went farther than everybody thought in the playoffs. Yeah. But I mean, it does only count the regular season.
Yeah, but still, Brendan had a good year, and I feel like he should have been at least top 3. Wasn't. Now, something I want to mention: Brendan had 5 Rookie of the Year votes. Royce had 2 or 3. My eyes. It was such a close thing that like my eyes were messing with me. I had 1. It's surprising. I don't know who voted for me. I had 1, but Quentin, you had none. How does that make you feel?
I don't really mind it. I just want a championship at the end of the day.
Just slept on.
Does it put a chip on your shoulder at all for next year to maybe work for MVP or something along that line?
I'm not gonna say too much. All I know is second year is gonna be a lot better. It's a decent rookie season, and plan on getting twice as better.
I mean that's really the motto of this team going into next year is just the chips.
Yeah. And I mean in a way you could say
it's a classy team.
I mean the show must just go on basically. I mean we put on a 5-5 record, and we made the semifinals as a rookie team. No one expected us to be there. No one wanted us to be there. And I mean,
and they forgot. They forgot who we were.
They forgot who we were. I mean, everyone makes the playoffs, so apparently they forgot that we made the playoffs.
And no disrespect, but in one of the podcasts, they said us and the hula hitters were at the same level. No disrespect to the hula hitters, but
I think it's just because you guys had a close game. and
We did.
and they
though.
just slept on you. Well, you guys were close with them. You should have merced them like we talked about before. But like you guys kept them in the game when they played against each other.
True. Now something you were voted for. You had, I think, 1 or 2 votes for. It was the base running award. Yeah.
Really.
And Casey Nochi actually extended that vote to you. So how do you feel as him being a prominent person in this league, being one of the top personalities in this league, that he voted for you for the base running award when I believe he was up there for it too?
Yeah, I would say he's probably a better base runner than me, but so like it means a lot that I even got a vote for base running because I didn't get a lot of base hits, but
It's all the walks. You were on base a lot.
probably sound getting all those walks, but getting it from Casey, yeah, he means a lot. I didn't know that.
Yeah, because I found out that we could look at like who voted for what, and I was just obviously scrolling through the other day, and because obviously us as being the Peckers, we weren't well represented in this league by other teams and other players, because again, we were a rookie team, but I feel like even as being a rookie team, there's other rookie teams that were very more well represented. When we were a decent team, we made it to the semifinals I
think it's because it was like a ragtag group of individuals that just showed up in whatever clothes they were wearing that day and whatever, and didn't really embrace a theme until the end when the jerseys came out. The jerseys really powered through the playoffs.
They knew who the Peckers were when we put on the jersey.
Until flattened out in the semifinals, but the jerseys did make a statement.
And it's not like it's no disrespect or anything, but like obviously we're rookies, so we're not gonna have a lot of fans, a lot of supporters out there wanting us to win. Like no one wants.
Not all expansion teams do.
Yeah, so like I kind of got that coming in, but it's all about next year. We're gonna have a lot of people root for us next year.
I do want to point out that Brendan got a vote for the same category you did for best base runner. How do we? Yes, he did.
I mean, he got on base a lot more than I did.
Yeah, but the fact of you running the bases compared to him, when he's running the bases on the ground.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a faster base runner, but hey, it says he can't run bases.
I didn't say. I just thought that was interesting.
I'm surprised I even got a vote to begin with for anything.
Yeah, I believe I'm just double checking real fast, but I believe it was Casey. Let me see here, or it might have not been Casey. I think Casey's name was next to. No, it was not Casey. So I don't know who this is, but
what team are they on?
It doesn't say. It just says their email. But still, I mean, you got a vote there. So you and Brendan both got a vote for best base runners, and then I think other than best base runners, we only got votes for rookie of the year. So I think we're. Do you have some goals for an award you want to win next year, or something along that line?
Definitely most improved player. It's something I'm had my eye on. We're obviously going to be practicing a lot more. We didn't do a lot of that this year. Working on my hitting and a little bit of pitching, but I mainly want to focus on my hitting, try and get most improved, and probably golden hand for first base.
Yeah,
that's my main goal.
I was gonna look for trying to eye for that most improved. Obviously, I only played what you could say 4 games, so I shouldn't have even gotten a rookie of the year vote. Glad to get one, but maybe it was just like a joke throw in. I don't even know the kid that voted me.
It's an official vote.
Yeah, it's an official vote. That's all that matters.
It's in the books.
I don't even know the kid that voted me. Thank you, whoever you are. Something Duval, I think his name was. So, but yeah, probably most improved. And if I can make a shot for golden hand, maybe improve my defense a little bit. I know I'm not going to be able to ever get like the Silver Slugger unless my hitting improves amazingly, because that award's only been ever won by Tyler Reed, and then this year Ty Peck. Ty Peck was the second person to win an award.
He was straight robbed from MVP. You guys talk about pitching, but man, you can't argue with it. Why? I mean, I guess yes, pitching does matter in this league, but that was.
He's a dog.
Because I was during Hogwarts, they did an interview on Sunday, and I happened to just show up for their interview, so I decided to ask Grant. Didn't really think it through because I was like, oh, he already knows who's going to win MVP, but I was like, how do you feel about Ty Peck for MVP? And he said, well, we've considering he's a top 3 player, but we do factor in pitching a lot. And the two people that were up, along with Ty, were very good pitchers, with Nolan Savage and Grant Holbein. And Grant Holbein was also a great hitter. So, I mean, I feel like that's why it factored into him being...
Yeah, because it's overall, like, all-around player, but...
Yeah. I feel like next year, if Ty's able to put up insane hitting stats, which I think if he gets in the lab and he's able to hit, like, 15 home runs, which he easily could, he could make a case. He could revenge.
It's asking a lot, but, I mean, maybe.
10 games, well, 10 regular season.
Revenge.
He can do it, though.
Because I'm just going to pull up Ty's stats here real fast. I haven't looked at them in a while, but... Ty finished with 58 at-bats, 20 runs, 31 hits, 10 home runs. So, I mean, he led the league in home runs.
How many home runs?
I could see it.
He had 10.
I could see it then. I mean, but that's... I feel like 10 is already a lot as it is to ask for 15.
That's one a game. So.
I mean, that's 2 a game.
Plus the playoffs.
Man. They count playoff stats into their overalls?
No, they don't.
Okay,
so
that's what I thought.
He hit 1 home run a game, basically, which is impressive.
It's just too bad that he's a free agent now.
I mean, yeah, that's one of the teams I want to talk about is D Swiss. They're disbanding from what I've heard. Rumors are circling around the league. Jake Land is retiring, and Jesse Noche says he's retiring, but I mean, if you know Jesse like me and Mort know Jesse, he's probably just wanting to create a...
Unless he's traveling somewhere again, I feel like he's just going to Brett Favre it.
Yeah, and say retire and then join a new team. Which, I mean, I feel like he easily could. Jesse's a good player. He made the All-Star team this year, made the home run derby, so...
Golden Hand winner.
Yeah, this year?
Last year.
Last year, yeah, I was going to say. So he could easily get a team around him and make a run for next year. So yeah, but other than that, I don't know what the rest of their team is doing. So we got 3 roster spots open on our team, so we are looking to talk to anybody that's a free agent, really. So, now, were there any other teams that really stuck out to you that maybe got first rounded or something along that line? Because I mean, D Swift got...
Yeah, I was say other than D's Whips, I don't know all the teams though.
That was a big shocker, them getting second rounded by who was it? Let me see who they was.
I think Wifflers in training, or not Wifflers in training. Blow the Wiffle.
No,
Were they first round?
I think it was Deck the Balls.
Yes, it was. It was Deck the Balls.
Because they played each other in the regular season too in the last game.
Blow the Wiffle. That's one.
You did?
Yeah. I think they get first round, right? First round exit.
I'm seeing here real fast. I had to pull it up on my Google Drive. Okay, so Blow the Whip. No, they won their first round. They got second rounded by PBA, which was their third time they had played each other that year. So, and then D's Whips got second rounded by Deck the Balls.
And then Abusement Park. I'm shocked that Abusement Park lost to Deck the Balls. I know Abusement Parks are really good.
Abusement Park almost beat Deck the Balls.
They're really They're really good.
They never showed up, but they almost won in the playoffs where it counted.
I was surprised when I saw that.
They beat us. I think got mercied by them.
Yeah, it was like the second week of the season, I think.
There's some crazy hitters.
Yeah, Abusement Park. You guys beat them at 9, but they beat us or beat you guys 10-0. So yeah, they definitely dominated.
I don't face them in the playoffs.
But after that week, I think that's when they started not being able to show up, and it really crippled them. And
they wanted to go out on top after putting up 10 runs and just dipped.
Yeah, I think they only had 2 wins, and one of them was against us. So pretty insane there. But kind of sad. Now, I mean, do you guys have anything else to say really about this season? About like your experience? I know you were a spectator more, and you were obviously a player and you played the whole season. So, like, anything else to just sum your season up or watching it?
I just want to play next year. I want that to come.
I want the season to start already.
Yeah,
that's all.
Eager to get out on the field.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I can't talk big and then not show up next year. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, luckily there's some lab time to be had and hope for the best.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're looking to hit the lab big time this year. We're looking to get our team together early so we can get good team chemistry and really be able to go out there and produce next year. So
Overall, it was a real successful season.
Yeah, I mean, considering going into the season, rookie teams aren't supposed to fare well. We went 5-5 along with the other rookie teams share with, so I think we were the best 2 rookie teams coming into the season.
Finished 7-6 overall.
Yeah, finished
500.
2-1 playoff record. Having the semifinals being where we knocked out in our first season, not a bad start to our career.
I actually didn't know the Sherwoods were rookies.
They were.
They did not look like it.
Like playing wise.
Yeah,
how they look?
like playing wise and like all together, they didn't seem like it was their first time playing in the league.
Yeah,
No,
they
they-
together tonight. They played really well together.
They were all rookies this year. So I mean, they played well for rookies. I mean, the rookies really shine this year in the league. I feel as well.
Especially like how they have the top social media, especially like as rookies too. Like their theme and their Instagram and everything. That's why I didn't think that they were
They
like
had
first team.
jerseys and everything.
Yeah, I thought they had some experience, but I mean, if they're rookies and they're killing it on Instagram, they were.
They were shot at us.
Yeah, they did.
Playoff shot.
But
Yeah.
I mean, they threw shots at everybody, so they were really dominant on their social media.
That was a funny video.
They were.
I don't know why. I just died of laughter seeing the video of them shooting chickens.
That hurt us going into that game. It hurt us.
Now, for next year, I don't think we're rebranding. I think we want to stay the Peckers.
Has anybody ever said where the name came from?
No.
I think it was gonna be the Big Peckers.
It was.
and then
They denied
shut
it.
that down.
I mean, because I know Cole was the manager, so did he come up with a name? Or I feel like it was something that Brendan wanted done.
I think Brendan and Cole kind of came into a consideration for the Peckers.
And then Devin made the original picture.
Yeah.
And then, but as for next year, I think we're gonna spice it up a little different.
I mean, here might be a
That's what I'm petitioning for.
So with our contract here, we have I don't know how well you can see that there, but there's a improved chicken with the choice.
Yeah, because
robotic legs there.
you're the transformer, and you were the honorary manager of this year. So I thought it'd be a nice touch to add you into it a little bit and just give it robotic legs.
True, yeah.
New and improved. It's a symbol. It says it.
Yeah, I mean, because someone else we've been having talks with mentioned like robot chicken as like a new and improved one, and I was like, okay, I'll add robot legs then to make the robot. But I mean, that's it.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think we're trying to rebrand. Next year we are. I think we have come to the determination that of our uniform that we're going to be wearing. Should we?
I think it's still up in the air, but I think we have a good idea.
Jersey shirt, Pecker jersey shirts, or just MLB shirt.
And I think we determined that for the nice games, we're going to be wearing our MLB jerseys, and then for what we experienced in the playoffs, we would wear our Pecker shirts. So
Which, I mean, if we make team shirts, it gives us a chance to sell merch to the fans.
it does, and I believe even though we don't have many fans out there, I feel like we could be able to sell some.
I mean, like, if I see somebody pull up with a jersey shirt of mine, like, that'd be cool. Or like Quentin, someone pulls up with a Quentin shirt on, like, that's lit.
That's dope.
And I feel like that's the one other thing that was on our back the entire season, and carrying into the next season might even be more on our back, is it was always everybody versus us. First game of the playoffs, it was we weren't making it out. All the playoff brackets that had been predicted, Sheriffs were winning. We were playing the game. Oh, Sheriffs are going to win. Sheriffs are going to win. Sheriffs are going to win. We won.
Because they forgot who you were until you got there.
Going into the second game, even though they were down 3 people, they were like, oh, we want to see Hogwarts in the next round. We want to see Hogwarts. Oh, Hogwarts is going to win. And then every time they made a good play, it was, yeah, even though they hadn't scored. Again, we were doubting. They didn't want us to be in the semis. When we got to the semis, still doubting us. We were down 3-2. Still doubting. Yes, we lost.
Whole Blissfield army against us.
Yeah, it was everybody. It was the Peckers versus everybody, and I feel like that's what it's gonna be. Until we make a statement, it's the Peckers versus everybody.
So, I mean, that's a second motto besides the chips being on everybody's shoulders for various reasons.
Because I think going into next season, everybody that's on the team and who we're in talks with has a chip on their shoulder going in. So we're definitely have something to prove next year to the league and to everybody. So
We're focused. We're gonna be really focused next year.
yeah, and I like what they said. I just can't wait to play.
You should. I mean, I think it's going to be taken a lot more seriously. Not like you guys didn't take it seriously this year, but like now you know what to expect.
And now that we know, we actually have the talent. Because I think going into this year, we didn't expect to win first round. We didn't expect to win second round. We didn't expect to make it to the semifinals.
Which I mean, I think that's what worked out. Like it was all new to you guys, and you weren't like expecting. You just went out and played.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just can't wait for next year. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, I'm still petitioning for a fall league. As long as it doesn't break my rookie status.
Fall Madness tournament.
You keep pushing, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I would take it. I'm gonna keep drilling at home until something can possibly happen.
So I think our next moves will be finalized. We wanted to make this early off-season move a couple days after the season finished up.
Yeah, because we know every team was knocking on my door
Yeah,
to offer a contract.
A lot of people were contacting his agent, so we had to sign the deal away. But we're hoping to make our other moves closer to the season start, where I think we're gonna kind of have the guys come in, practice with us,
Open workouts.
Yeah. So again, if there's anybody that would like to get in contact with us,
You know where to find any of us three,
yeah, I mean, you can contact the Peckers Instagram
or the actual account.
DM the official Buds podcast. I run that account, so that's somewhere we can talk to, obviously. And then on any of our personal socials, got me at Andrew711, him at Mort
99.
99, and then
Q_Bauer.
so yeah, we'll put all those in the description for you guys to contact. If I mean, obviously, I know we're supposed to reach out to you, but again, we don't know who all the free agents are this coming off season, being new to the league, and then we don't know what teams are dismantling and stuff like that. So if you want to if you like our format, like how we're running, we would love to talk to you at least and see what we can work out with you guys.
If you want a possibility to have a chicken eating a bowl of chicken at your games as a mascot, then
Yeah,
that'll also be good.
we're making some things. We're trying to be the biggest personality next year, I think.
Best team.
Yeah, best team name.
Which, yeah, I mean, if with the characters we could have all together, I think that it would be a goofy team.
I mean, yeah,
Goofy but dominant.
goofy but dominant. Okay, so I think that's all we got for you guys here. You guys anything else to say to end off the video?
Peckers in the chip 2021.
Okay. I just want to thank the Holbein brothers and the league altogether.
Amazing league.
Mr. Holbein and Miss Holbein for letting us play at their house there.
Tear up their yard.
Even with the hiatus going around this whole,
Yeah.
it was a great season.
Yeah, it was a great season. Grant came on here. He was really helpful and helpful with coming on here. He worked with us, helped me get in the league.
While on the road.
Yeah, while on the road, he helped me get in the league to help out them late in the season when they not needed the help, but they needed the extra guy. And I think we said during the press conference best. Once I got there, hitting got better. All I gotta say.
Started winning.
Yeah, we started winning too. But we just want to thank you guys for letting us be in the league, and I think we're gonna be back next year. So
Many more seasons.
We want to go down the history books.
One of the dynasties.
And I think we're ready to start that next year. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Quentin, for coming on today. I know you were kind of antsy about it being your first time on a video here.
It was perfectly fine.
Yeah. But thanks for coming on, and we will see you guys next Wednesday for A&M. And I think this is going to be our last kind of wiffle ball video for a while, so we want to...
Until we have any more news or signings or whatever.
Yeah, we wanted to kind of make this our final video, make it all wiffle ball. I don't think we've done all wiffle ball. So we want to make it all wiffle ball for our final wiffle ball video for the next couple months until something big happens. So yeah, we'll be back next Wednesday for A&M, Friday for the next Buds podcast, and drop a like if you liked the video. Subscribe. We're on our road to 70, even though we're
Still sitting at the hard 61.
Sitting on the hard 61, but on our road to 70.
62.
So.
We're going for 62.
Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.
Yo, shout out Andrew and Mort, bro.